Today, I'm going to show you how to use Tinkercad for kids in the easiest way possible. The great thing is that Tinkercad is already designed to be beginner-friendly, so there isn't really a separate kids version. Instead, it has simple tools, visual controls, and learning features that make it perfect for younger creators, classrooms, and anyone just starting out with 3D design. If you want a clear, safe, and fun way to get started with Tinkercad, this tutorial will help you do exactly that. And before we jump in, make sure to hit like and subscribe for more easy software tutorials just like this one. Alright, let's get started. First, if you are a parent, teacher, or adult helping a child, the best way to begin is by setting up Tinkercad in a classroom-style environment. This makes it easier to manage access and keep things simple. Tinkercad allows teachers to create a class setup where students can join using a class code. That means kids do not need to create a full account with personal details. In many cases, they can join with just a nickname and the class code, which helps protect privacy and makes the whole process much faster. To do this, sign into Tinkercad using the adult account that will manage the class. From the dashboard, look for the classroom or class setup area. Once you create a class, Tinkercad will give you a code that students can use to join. Share that code with the kids who need access. When they enter it, they can enter the classroom environment and start designing right away. This is one of the easiest ways to use Tinkercad with children because it keeps everything organized and beginner-friendly. Now let's talk about where kids should start once they are inside Tinkercad. Instead of jumping straight into a blank project, the best place to begin is the Learning Center. You can find this from the main dashboard by looking for the Learn tab. This section is made to teach the basics step by step, so it is perfect for kids who are new to 3D modeling. Inside the Learning Center, you will usually see 3 types of lessons: starters, lessons, and projects. Starters are short, quick lessons that teach very simple actions, like moving objects, rotating shapes, and resizing models. These are ideal for the first day because they help kids understand how the workspace works without overwhelming them. Lessons are a little more detailed and walk you through building something real, like a ring, a die, or another simple object. Projects are longer and more creative, like making a house, a space station, or a more complete design. If a child is brand new to Tinkercad, I recommend starting with the shortest starter lesson first. This gives them confidence and helps them learn the basic controls. Once they know how to drag, drop, rotate, and scale shapes, they can move on to the fun part, which is building their own designs. Now let's open the 3D editor and look at the tools that make Tinkercad so easy for kids to use. The work plane is the big grid area where all the designing happens. On the right side, or sometimes in the shape panel depending on your layout, you will find basic geometric shapes like boxes, cylinders, spheres, and more. Kids can simply drag a shape onto the work plane and start building. A very useful tip is to keep the designs simple at first. For example, if a child wants to make a toy house, they can start with a box for the base, a roof shape on top, and a cylinder for a chimney. Tinkercad makes this process easy because every object can be moved by clicking and dragging, resized using the handles, and rotated with simple controls. This visual style is what makes it such a great tool for kids. Another feature kids usually enjoy is the blocky style options at the top right of the 3D editor. Depending on the available tools and activity, you may see options that transform the design into Minecraft style or Lego style building modes. These are especially exciting for younger users because they connect the design process to things they already know and love. Instead of thinking about complex 3D modeling, they can think in terms of blocks and bricks, which makes the experience much more fun and approachable. If you are helping a child use Tinkercad, try using familiar examples. For instance, have them build a simple robot, a small car, a castle, or a favorite AIM character using basic shapes. The goal is not perfection. The goal is to help them get comfortable with the tools and learn how 3D design works. Once they understand the basics, they can create more detailed projects on their own. It also helps to remind kids that mistakes are part of the process. If they move a shape too far, resize something incorrectly, or place an object in the wrong spot, they can simply undo the action and try again. That is one of the best parts of Tinkercad. It is forgiving and it encourages experimentation without fear. If you are using Tinkercad in a classroom, it can also be helpful to give kids a small challenge instead of a huge project. For example, ask them to design a name tag, a small keychain, or a basic shape sculpture. These kinds of mini projects keep the learning manageable and fun. They also help children build confidence before moving into more advanced work. At this point, you should have a good understanding of how to use Tinkercad for kids. The process is really about 3 things: setting up a safe and easy classroom-style account if needed, starting with the Learning Center so kids can learn the basics, and using simple block or brick-style design features to make the experience fun and familiar.
If this video is helping you, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps support the content and lets me know you want more tutorials like this. And if you're setting up Tinkercad for a child, a student, or a beginner designer, you can always come back to this guide and follow the steps at your own pace. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.